Well, hello and welcome to Gmodism Total Nerdery channel. Today we will make a little weapon mod review. This is PWB 2 weapons package. I understand it as there will be more weapons added in the future, but the author, which I unfortunately don't know the symbols to read the name of, has a pretty slow development cycle, but they seem pretty cool, so I say we take a pretty good look at them. They're not perfect, but they're pretty interesting, and well, what is this blotch on my side? Holy crap. Anyways, let's go. You can see that in like third person, some weapons like this one look a bit weird. This one too. Most of them work pretty well. Not all. Like, this makes sense. However, if we do... yeah. I feel that the animation could perhaps be improved. Like, if we do like this, yeah. Anyways, see here. Yeah, well, most people will use them in like only first person anyways, and that works pretty well. It's pretty funny. We can't find any information of how to use them, so I just tried some different like controls, and it seems that it's only the usual like shoot, aim, reload cycle. We don't think they have any special stuff. Anyways, if you go down to entities, you will have ammunition. So we will just stock up, and it's pretty neat because it's different. If you know, the different types of like shots are just 4 types. Which makes sense, so you don't have to, you know, use a single different type for every gun. It makes, I mean, it's less realistic, but to be honest, I prefer this. I don't want like 20 different types, which some mods have. Anyways, we're gonna try this out. We can see the cycle, and we're going to spawn some resistance. Alright, I'll just keep it simple. Whoops. You see we have a pretty nice aim there. It seems to be a little bit overpowered, considering that, you know, if you check your row 2, yeah, you know that already, but usually when we use like Half-Life stuff, it takes several shots, which makes a little bit more sense, but that's preference. I mean, sure, but zombies are kind of should be able to take pretty much. I feel like we can just check out. Probably going to be the same. Indeed it is. Well, see for the heavy version. Now this will be like universal test for like all of it. It's pretty powerful. I suspect that all weapons will be pretty powerful just by that fact. So that was the AS-23. We have the AS-Val, which seems to be a suppressed gun. It seems to have a built-in kind of suppression, or it's just a gun sound. I'm not sure about the AS-Val, I haven't seen it. That is as I expected, one shot there, and yep. It feels pretty basic. Then we of course have the all-time favorite, the Deagle, which has interesting you'd imagine this to be pretty powerful. It is powerful, but like compared to the other, I mean, it feels kind of nice, but there is like the gun flash is very low. Also, some that all of this mod seems to lack is gun smoke, which would have been cool. Just a nice look to it. Anyways, FAMAS G2. I'm not sure who made all the sounds for them, but I know that on the mod page you can see who made the FAMAS sound. It's nice that the models show up in the corner there. That's a nice detail. 5.7 with yeah, this needs to be improved. You see that the red dot in the reflector sight, it's offset. It's on, it's over the circle. And it's also kind of almost as powerful as the Desert Eagle with just one shot in the head and it's enough. Which feels a bit weird. I mean, the models look very nice and they work pretty well. No? Okay. But you see the red dot sight, it's slightly off. Or not slightly, pretty much off. Well, anyways, we go to G36 C, and here again we have the problem with the red dot sight being a little bit off. You know, if we aim up there, there is the middle, but I suspect this won't. No, we're actually shooting up in the air. Yeah, so it needs a little working with the placement of the holographic sights. Not red dot, it's holographic. Anyways, here we have the Ithraka 37 Stakeout. Never heard of, but I mean, this map has a cube map model. This is the Golden City Day, by the way. Check out the map reviews every Wednesday. It's in there, or will be, depending when you look at this video. But anyhow, the reflection looks pretty nice. It's cool. And of course, it's pretty powerful. I think we took them all out, so we're going to spawn some more. Now, okay, that's interesting. How's the spread though? Yeah, this feels like a pretty nice spread. Not realistic, but kind of, you know, game-wise, it's a nice spread. Alright, going to the next, KSG, which looks more normal. Shotgun. Well, the iron sights are perfectly aligned. Ooh, this is too strong. You know, for balance reason, the I think that a gun with this much capacity shouldn't have as much damage. Pretty many pallets, and the spread is seems the spread is smaller in this gun. Huh, interesting. Maybe just a little bit more balancing. Anyways, M249 Paratrooper. I'm not sure you would want to take this down in a parachute, but what do I know? So the usual thing with this type of gun, it's nice that it has much recoil, but it's also nice if the recoil is kind of decreased when you crouch, because that makes sense, but it's not. The aim is tiny, would need to zoom in a little bit for this gun. Like, wait, does any of the weapons actually like zoom in? No. No, they don't. They don't. Yeah, so this mod would kind of need that the field of view is zoomed in a little bit when aiming. That would help much. The recoil is pretty high, but let's see here. I think maybe the handguns are a tiny bit too accurate. Let's check this one when just standing. Okay. Maybe. Alright, anyways, we'll go to the M4A1. It's very accurate. Okay, let's see if we can just... I mean, accuracy is nice, don't get me wrong, but if we stand over here, the recoil is high, but I think this mod would improve with a decrease of gun accuracy and perhaps also some bullet drop. Anyways, M4 Super 90. Very powerful. Maybe a little bit too much. Spread is pretty low. Oh, interesting. So if I shoot at this wall, let us just check here. That's nice. That's a pretty decent spread, I think. But I mean, this mod would need to get a little bit more work done. It is, however, like generally nice. From what the other mods I've seen, I still think customizable weaponry is better and just more agile. Also Mad Cow's weapon pack, I'm not sure if that's still out there, it was really good. But we will check through the rest of them weapons too, and this is of course the M60 it's just called. Okay. Very much recoil. This would need something that basically let it stabilize itself a little bit. Probably the biggest problem with this mod, I think, is that aiming actually doesn't help. The Corsair is really nice to use, so there is no reason to aim. I would want a little zoom in when actually aiming. Anyways, nice addition that we draw out the shoulder support when using it. Holy cow. Okay, this has too much recoil. Too much. I mean, you can compensate, but it's actually a nuisance to use. Okay, Mateva home protection. Alright. Pretty weak, it seems like. Gonna try again. That was one. Maybe already damaged. I mean, all of them are pretty strong, but yeah, and a bit too accurate. Mossberry 590. And this one almost has the red dot sight in place, almost. Whoops, but it would really need a fix before I would recommend this mod to general play. If you're like enthusiast and want to check around different weapon mods, it's a nice like try. All the models look really nice and the sounds work very good. The weapons could have a little bit more functionality and kind of you know, like different firing modes, and I haven't found a way to set that. And there were no instructions for it, so I have to conclude it doesn't exist. Also, the weapons are far too accurate, and it needs some general rebalancing and basically reworking it. But it has very good potential, it really does, if only it were put a little bit more time in it, I think. Because, you know, if you made a mod and came this far, you obviously know what you're doing. So I think it's just, it needs more work, it needs more, yeah, it needs much more work on it, basically. Because we can see the authors, you know, coming this far is obviously know what he or she is doing. Alright, next one, P90. The red dot is, let me just check, is the dot off? Ouch. Okay, that spot there. So it seems that maybe it's not a dot that is off, but okay, yeah, that too. Okay, let me just, I'm gonna shoot that across there. Oh yeah, okay, the dot is off. Right, the dot is off. The sight is probably not off. That's interesting. I almost thought it was the other way around. Ooh, PKN. This should be a really heavy one. Ah, that's pretty cool. Do you see that little metal, what is it called? Like ejector? No, it needs to be ejection flap or something like that. We can hear the sound of it when it moves back, and that's pretty cool. It is of course again too accurate. However, yeah, that's very interesting. This is normally a very powerful rifle, and I feel that this one is almost a little bit underpowered. Like it should split them in half, basically. You know, this caliber and all. Definitely a bit underpowered. So anyways, PL14. It looks like the Half-Life 2 pistol. I'm not familiar with it though. Okay. And of course, it's very powerful. yeah, overpowered. It would be really nice if all the weapons had zoom when you like right click, that you would zoom in a little bit and just not move that, because in this state the sight doesn't help. Anyway, so Remington 870 police. What? Wait. Interesting. Okay, it feels like the other ones. RPK. Ooh. I'm not sure why, but I really do enjoy this, the sound of this one. However, it has the same flaw as all the other weapons, of course. And as it's something that all of them suffer from, except, yeah, the recoil is a little much on this one too. Or is it? Not necessarily. I think this might be pretty balanced in the recoil aspect for the size. USP Tactical. Alright, feels pretty normal. You know, I can see the... I uninstalled the... what is it called now? How much damage, you know, the damage kind of stuff tells you how much damage done. That Team Fortress 2 indicator, so I'm not sure exactly how much damage the different pistols do, but it feels that it's you know, pretty similar, and I think it could do with more diversity between the different models, so that it doesn't feel that it feels a little bit that the pistols are very equal and that the rifles are also very equal, because all weapons are super accurate, which shouldn't be the case. Well, anyways, Vector SMG. Oh, this is fast. It's nice to work with. I like this one. Is there like some... well, here we have a darker spot. Also, weapon smokes for all of them would be pretty cool. Alright, last one. Xm8 Lng, which is maybe light machine gun. And now we have it again. The red dot sight is pretty off. And it's too accurate, overpowered, has some real recoil. But as you can see in the aim, the cube map is reflected properly, and well, that's mostly because of the map, but it's a really nice model, and it's... However, this gun doesn't seem to have any weapon, light flashes. And even though it has some kind of flash suppression, which some guns have, not very often in games, but sometimes, you can't see anything, and I feel that there should be something, at least smoke, you know. So anyways, that was the PWB2 collection, so far at least, and it needs improvements before I would recommend it to anyone. If you are a weapon mod enthusiast, I would recommend checking it out, but there are better ones out there, and this pack doesn't come with anything new, except perhaps, I'm sure there are many other mods that do this, but the models are very, very HD. So yeah. Pretty average, but needs some improvements. Red dot sight can't be off, weapons need more diversity in damage and accuracy, and they're all generally too accurate, and recoil is too much, and we need more better flash effects Maybe even different flasher effects between the guns would be nice, and definitely some smoke. So that's probably that. I hope you enjoyed this little video. This is Gmodism, Total Nerdery channel, signing out. Subscribe for more videos and like it if you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.